To let the chickens out and unwrap my stuff in the greenhouse so that they'll get some sunshine. And I saw this. We had a super windy day, and over by the cherry bushes I had laid some cardboard to keep the grass from growing up, and so the little transplanted cherry trees right here, it's one of them, right there's one of them, would grow up really well without competition from the grass. And because it was super windy, one of the cardboard pieces flipped over, and of course Noel's got to sniff it, see what's going on. But look what was underneath this cardboard, which is super interesting to me. Look at this. Holy smokes. Making the grass and under the cardboard. Oh, Noel, get out, out, out. Now Noel is digging in another hole over here. Oh, look at that. And I bet it goes all the way through. And I bet there's some under there as well. So, what I'm going to do real quick, because I'm still working a regular job. Oh, look at that, guys. Woohoo! I don't know why I'm excited. I'm like excited in a good way, because now I learned what happens when you have cardboard and you have moles. So I'm not concerned about the grass. The grass will grow back. The holes will fill in, the grass will grow back. The chickens will probably come and scratch up the surface real well. And I mean, it will grow back. Grass always grows back. But I don't want to keep making a nice little, neat little home for them. And now if they try to use these little tunnels, which they probably won't, once they're uncovered, they won't. But if they were to try to, oh, look at that. Isn't that cool? Look at that. Look at how industrial they are. Industrious. Look at how much work they put in making these holes underneath the cardboard. It was a perfect environment. It was dry. It was warm. Protected from the wind. So there is a hole there. You can see. And there's that one hole I showed you in the beginning over there. And then there's a hole. Looks like an entrance hole over here somewhere. Yeah, that's where Noel was digging. Oh, and there's a hole over here. Woo! They're having some fun. Wow, look at that. I don't know, I'm fascinated. I'm just fascinated. I'm fascinated. Now, the mole, I mean, I have to get rid of the mole. Moles. They make 5 babies a year. I think 5 babies a litter. I don't know how many litters they have per year, but I mean, I can't let this continue, obviously. I'm just fascinated. To me, it looks like one of those ant farms you might have had as a kid. But wow. So this was all under the cardboard pieces I had laid down to kill off the grass, which it's killing off the grass. You can see where there was no cardboard. And it's breaking down the grass, like into compost. Releasing all the nutrients. But the moles apparently have been having a good time in here. So I released taking off the cardboard. I'm not going to keep it down over the winter time. This is going to heal up. It'll heal up, but I do have to kill the moles off. I can't use one of my traps here because they're not actually tunnels. If they were soil tunnels, the trap would be fine to set. Dang! They were busy. And I transplanted, see, and that was the other part, is I wanted to protect these cherry bushes from the lawnmower or from the chickens digging them up or whatever. So what I'll have to do instead is put collars around them. Probably, not of cardboard. Or wood chip piles around them, something like that, which I don't even know. Moles may go down in the wood chips. So anyway, I thought that was kind of interesting. I figured I'd show it off since I had my camera with me, my phone. with me. Wow. That's what moles can do to your garden. So, I mean, I know over here in the onion / carrot bed, I've got it covered right now, but there were moles that digging tunnels along this portion of the bed here. I do have a large hole in the middle of this one. They were digging along here, these edges here, that edge there, and probably not the edges too, they're probably down inside. They were trying to dig, looks like. It's messy still because I didn't put all my stuff away yet. But it looks like they were digging in the middle of this bed. Oh, and where I'm stepping right now, I can feel it right here. So they're digging all along here. This, I'm not excited. I'm not really excited about all this. It's just interesting to me, I guess. Very interesting to me. And then it's going to help me help people who have mole problems figure out what works and what doesn't work. Because I'm just going to keep trying things until they work or don't work and rule them out. Now, I know I had some tunnels here. All up in here. They had made some tunnels over there. There was actually one had gone underneath this. This is like recycled office plastic from like, you know, that you put in under your chair at your desk. And it's kept the weeds down really, really well. Super well. So I don't have any weeds that grow up to block the doorway for the chicken run. Or chicken pen. And it also helps get the snow off. The snow is a lot easier to remove. But they had dug underneath here and then into, there was a hole in the inside part of the chicken pen, which is super annoying. But I know the chickens, they're really bad. I won't let them out. Too cold. I know the chickens will dig there, dig those holes out. And if they see a mole, they'll actually go after it. Or they may just freak out and go up on the perches. That happens too. So I did know there was mole activity over here and over there. I saw it. And then over here in the grass, because I see these big old, the mound's going right through. Whoop. So they're trying to make a tunnel out this way. Maybe it was too hard. I'm not sure. That doesn't look like it continues much. But I can see mole evidence. And then there's some over here as well. So I do have this mole eliminator trap placed in one of the areas where it looked like there was a tunnel from here moving this way, running this way. And then what this mole trap does is at the bottoms where these little screws are on either side are scissors. So when you put it in the ground, the scissors are closed and you step on this yellow bar, push it down, the scissors open. So when the mole comes to dig open the tunnel, they go through these tunnels. You got to make sure it's a tunnel they use all the time. And it looks like they go up this way too, now that I'm looking at it. But when they come to redig that tunnel, because you've disturbed the soil, apparently they say the trap snaps on them and it catches them and you can pull the whole trap out. You'll see the trap is sprung, and if that happens, I'll show you guys. The trap is sprung up, and then you can pull the whole thing out, and there would be a mole at the bottom of the scissors. But I don't know. I don't know because I haven't successfully used it yet. And like it's cold. Like you can see, there's like leftover snow from yesterday. I mean, the ground is cold and it's pretty frozen. So I don't know how well that trap is going to work in frozen ground. So. Yeah, just figured I'd show you that. And I don't think the mole trap, mechanical trap, is going to work real well in this cold. See, there's a mole hole right there, or hill underneath, conveniently the pallet I put down to keep the feed off the ground so rodents wouldn't get into the feed. That open one's it's a poop bucket, it's not a feed bucket. So, although I don't know, maybe rats will get in there. So because the ground is frozen and I don't know that this mechanical trap is going to do the job, and I can see that it's like everywhere, so I am going to, oh, and side note, I got to take this awning part down. That cover's got to come down over the winter and put away dreaded, but eventually that's going to be a nice space to enjoy the summer. Because our sun, I had mentioned in previous videos, our sun, the shade, because it's the north side of the house, the shade comes like all the way out here in the wintertime. But by the time the midsummer comes, it's nearly to here. So this part's shaded and the rest is all sun. So this cover is going to be nice, but that's not what I was talking to you about. Let's see if I can find what I'm going to use instead for putting inside the... Oh, I got more stuff in there, didn't I? I need to know. I need to go through this garage, and I need to organize all my materials and stuff too. It's a good time to do that when it's cold. There it is. It's called Mole Killer. And those are gummies, gummy worms, not kid gummy worms. Don't let your kids buy them. They're gummy worms, and I cut them in half. This is what my neighbor told me to do next door. She said, cut them in half. You find a tunnel, and you shove it down into the tunnel, and you cover it up again. And she says the moles eat them, and then you don't see them anymore. And that solves the mole problems. And, yeah. So, that's going to be my mole handling. That's my hand handling. That's going to be my mole handling. And people say, well, why kill them? Why are they hurt? They're not hurting you and stuff. If they were, out in the field or something, I would never know, and it wouldn't hurt me at all. You're right. But if I'm walking around in the dark, because it gets pretty dark back there, I'm walking around in the dark, and I step in one of those holes, I could break my ankle. Or a kid could break their ankle, or whatever. If the tractor's running over the grass trying to cut it, and it gets caught in one of those tunnels, and the soil collapses underneath it, that could hurt it too. So, anyway, that's the mole saga for the day. I gotta get back to work and have my surgery tomorrow. I appreciate any prayers you got for me, because I'm a little nervous. So, bye guys, love you. And I don't know how long it's going to take to use my right hand again, so I'm hoping it's going to be by Monday. But if I'm not online, if I don't have a lot of things going on and I'm posting regularly, then you know why. I do schedule some posts ahead of time, so you might see me posting. Maybe you'll see me posting at midnight, and you'll be like, wait, she's up at midnight? No, that would have been scheduled. Anyway, bye guys, I love you guys. Learn and grow, learn and grow, learn and grow some more. Bye.